Welcome back to another episode of Roundball presented by High Noon Hard Seltzer. We're back with myself, Hunter, and Jordan Bohannon. Before we get to them, I want to talk to you about High Noon Hard Seltzer. It's a real vodka, real juice, the best drink of all time. I actually have a bar near me that I go to. And I walk in, I say hello, and they give me a bucket of High Noons every single time because they know how much I love them. You should do the same thing. You can go to Drizzly. You can go to your local liquor store because you can get it in your liquor store because it's real vodka. It's not like that malt nonsense like the other drinks. It's the best drink to actually be presented by because it's an easy thing to talk about because it's so good. And I know Jordan loves them. I know myself loves them, so make sure you go get them. I'm a black cherry guy. I also like watermelon and peach, so go get them at Drizzly or your liquor store, and tell them Roundball sent you. They won't do anything, but tell them Roundball sent you. All right, Jordan, Hunter, real nice to see both of you.
It is great.
How do we feel? I feel like we need a reset on this podcast.
I think there's catching up to do.
I said there's a lot, though, like basketball is starting. A lot of people don't watch college basketball in November and December. They just don't. End of January, February is when everyone starts really honing in, seeing who they like for the tournament and shit because football's over, right?
You can say that.
Last episode, we did a little early bracket. Michigan wasn't in. Hunter, that's not good. It's bad. But you know what could help you?
Good thing the tournament's not today, Marty.
It's good. But the good thing, one thing that could help you could beat the number one team in the country.
We do have the number one team in the country this week.
And it's big because we were talking about it too. It's like one, you're playing number one team in the country. At least they're coming to you and you don't have to play them again.
Yeah, no, this is good. I mean, especially since we did beat them last year when we were unranked and they were number 3 in the country. So it does give you a little bit more confidence going in. It's not like, I mean, it's a pretty similar setup, I would say.
What time's
when
the
we
game,
beat them,
What time's the game?
9 p.m. Oh my gosh.
I think that's good for like students to get there, make sure they're going to be like, it's going to be a packed house for that one, though.
Yeah, everybody can get their homework done, the calculus, all the hard stuff that.
Your homework?
What'd you say?
What?
Yeah, what'd you say?
Nothing. I didn't say anything.
I was about to say something funny, but then.
We're back to PC.
I was gonna be like, all the hard stuff that other schools might not be doing.
Like Michigan State.
I like how you said it. I was gonna be like, and then he actually says what he was.
All I have to tell Hunter is why we being PC, and he's like, I don't want to do that PC bullshit.
You're too tall to be PC. That's just.
That is true.
You can't
Listen, right now, who is even like the most hated college basketball player?
Oh, we do have to update this comeback list.
Yeah, who is it?
I think Champa said we're. Who's the most hated?
No. Let's go back to who's gonna. Why are we updating the scumbag list?
Who made the original one? Because I feel like the original one was a little off.
Of course, it's Champa. He just like goes off on his own fucking thing, and he
God
just
damn it,
without asking any of us.
Yeah, like he just made one of a list, and like he doesn't realize that it's like it's people yell at us for it.
Yeah, I'm like, yeah, and they're like, this is the worst list ever. Like, you guys know
like
nothing
we
about
said
that.
2 of these names.
I was about to like add Champa and be like, yeah, it was him.
Yeah, throw him under the bus.
I would number 1 right now, because you have to be on a good team to really be number 1 most hated.
Bro, it's like
who else is there other than you?
it's him, bro.
I'm dead serious. Who else is there?
Like you're not even like that hated, but like you're definitely
hated.
I would like to ask. This is good because we play them. I would like to ask the Purdue fan base what I did to them. I don't know why they hate me.
They hate you too?
Well, I do see some Purdue fans in my mentions, just hating on. I'm like, bro, what did I do to you guys? I have
Bro,
never.
we didn't talk about it, but you just jerked off on Maryland's court. He hits it. Did you see that, Jordan?
Yeah, I saw it.
Just hit a 3 and just started going like this. It was crazy.
Was that a jerk off action?
I never got my full rant about Maryland.
Okay.
Can we take a timeout first?
Yeah.
We on Twitter, after we talk about a school and then we clip it and put it on there, all the fans from their fan base will be like, oh my gosh, we live rent free in their heads. Like, this is all they talk about, right? Even though like we have to talk about them because this is a college basketball show.
Yes.
So all the fans will be like, yeah, man, like we live rent free in their head. Like, we own space in their head.
That's one sec. That's the worst. That's just the worst thing on Twitter. Like, rent free in your head. It's like, rent free doesn't mean because I have to talk about things doesn't mean I'm thinking about you all the time.
Stupid.
It's a stupid thing.
I just want to ask Marty, how much space do I own in the people of Maryland for them to post me getting dunked on the school athletics page? The school athletics page didn't post the score of the game or anything. They posted literally just the dunk. I'm like,
excuse me,
if I don't own your mind, then I don't know what else there is. Like, I own their mind.
This is what I'm talking about.
They tried. Look, Ciampa's going to clip it. They try to say like they live rent free in my head. They've been waiting 3 years to post that, and they haven't been. They got their shot this year. I'll give them that. They got their shot. They won. They were the better team.
You're 5-1 now, right?
5-1, unfortunately. But I own a lot of real estate in their minds.
Bro, did you see? I mean, I haven't gotten anything from you, but I'm on my knees going sucking for you. I mean, I think it's funny because it's just fun to do. Like, no, I blindly will just be on your side. I don't give a fuck. It's just, hey, you're my guy. I'm gonna go to bat for you.
Well, they're like he's not gonna, like, you know what? And I'm like, I literally like know the guy. Like, I literally am gonna be on a podcast. Like, it's not like this random guy is defending me. Like, I literally know.
Yeah, they think like, well, that's all you're gonna do. Did you saw them quote tweet me, right, and say, "Who are you?"
Yeah.
Okay.
I own real estate.
What, Jordan? Jordan's been dying to say something.
Everybody.
So
Actually, wait, no, Champ. I would like you to somehow add this in there that it's not the players, not the coaches, it's everybody else. Literally, like, all the fans, the athletics, the administration, everybody.
Well, it kind of is the team, like the social team, whatever, too.
No. I meant the players and the coaches, not them.
Yeah.
But like, social media, everybody that's been there for 3 years, I own their mind.
Did you say something when Marty was just getting bird shit on like everywhere by the Maryland Twitter?
Oh, he said nothing.
See, this is
Marty? We just lost. I did want to say something, but
this is my issue with you, Hunter. We're over here.
We.
Yeah, I don't know about you.
You are over there liking.
I'm fighting little battles. Don't.
You're over there liking Wisconsin.
I'm fighting little battles.
What little battles are you fighting?
I don't need to publicize them. I'm not like that.
I don't know if we could say
okay, we're not talking about me.
Trenches.
No, I was gonna fucking support you, Marty, but now fuck you. No, fuck you.
No, keep going.
No, I was gonna ride you for a second, but never mind.
No, ride me. I want to hear if you ride me. Forget I said that. Ride me.
I was gonna say that Marty was in 17 different positions for you that night. He was riding you. He was arching his back nonstop.
Oh my
his back was hurting, Hunter. He was arching at that. He was in cat cow all night, and you couldn't say anything like, "Oh, I appreciate you riding me."
I mean, I did get. It was
like when I said something. Were you like, "That's my guy"? At least.
Oh yeah. I'm like, yeah. No, like at least I was very appreciative because I didn't want to tweet anything after the game, so I was very appreciative that you were able to do it for me in my space or in my. It
was a little sad. Like, listen, you kind of got dunked on. Like, it wasn't like completely. It wasn't a complete dunk on.
It was like
you were late.
We were in a zone, and like I was on my side of the zone, and like the dude, like somehow it just happened where everybody just left the other area, and so he was just wide open. So it was one of those where it's just like you got to go jump because like you look even worse to your coaches when you don't
They just
jump.
let him go.
Yeah. Then Jawan's gonna yell at me even more. So it was like I had to go do it, and I did get dunked on, unfortunately, but I mean, I have a lot more blocks than got dunked on, so it's good. It's fine.
Yeah,
Everybody,
but you know what? I
everybody-
think Jordan's right. My knees are bleeding.
He
And
sent me a picture of him.
and it's just like, you know what? I have a Maryland basketball team tweeting, "Who are you?" Which
they
that
know who
always
you are.
means you know who I am.
That's what I'm saying. They know
That
who
always
you are.
means you know who I am.
If
But
you
I
don't know who
appreciate,
they are, they don't tweet at you.
because I was gonna say like there's nothing you can say though to "Who are you?" because no matter what, it's just like you look like you're like upset about it. So I said like, good for them dummying me. Like I was gonna say, Hunter's 5-1 against you. Then it's like, all right, I can't go any deeper for him, Hunter. I can't go any more.
Yeah, he was fully in. Your ball's deep.
Oh, I'm so deep. I'm the biggest Michigan Duke fan there is ever.
We appreciate you, Marty. When you come versus Michigan State,
I wonder if you think I'll get praise, Jordan?
I hope
I
you
think I
do.
got nothing.
no, the people of Michigan like the podcast.
All right.
I
When
got
Marty comes, it's always a good time.
people enjoy the podcast. Like, don't let the Twitter trolls that don't have a real profile picture fool you.
Hunter,
People like the podcast.
again, I don't know if I need to tell you this. If I listened to anyone on the internet, I'd be dead. I would have killed
That's
myself
okay.
so long ago. It would have been.
Yeah, like
It's
yeah.
always my favorite thing about me when people meet me. One, they're like, "Oh wow, you're a lot taller than I thought," and then two, "Oh, you're not a douchebag." I feel like Jordan, you definitely get that.
All the time.
It's just like, why you don't know me, so how would you know I'm a douchebag or not?
And 99% of those people that are calling you a douchebag are a douchebag themselves.
Oh yeah, and then if you ever respond, they're like, "Dude, I'm sorry, I'm a big fan."
Look, Marty, the funniest thing I saw all weekend was I tweeted about sadly the Bills lost this weekend. It kind of ruined my weekend.
They
But I
suck.
tweeted about like how I said if they don't surround Josh Allen with weapons, we will never win. And then somebody under it quotes and says, "Who's we?" And then a Michigan fan brought up like their recent tweets, and they said something about we, like talking about the Lions, we need to win this game or something like that. And I'm just like the hypocrisy.
People get real upset when you say "we," bro. Like I'll say "we" about any of my favorite teams. It's just I think it's because I'm a part of the team. I don't give a fuck what
If-
you think.
To the extent that I'm emotionally invested in the Buffalo Bills, it's we.
I don't want to go in on this because it's college basketball, but that's the stupidest tweet you could ever tweet, by the way. You have Stephon Diggs and Gabe Davis. It's one of the
Gabe
best
Davis is-
receivers.
I'm sorry, Gabe Davis is just the most.
Bro, Daniel
overrated.
Jones is throwing to Richie James, and you don't even know the other names. You have Stephon Diggs and the best quarterback in the fucking league.
Gabe Davis is the most overrated wide receiver too. And then Stephon Diggs, all you have to do is double team him, and then no other wide receiver can get open. And then freaking we're paying all this money to Dawson Knox. Dawson Knox had like 10 catches all year. And then our
You're
best
gonna get me
running back,
upset.
like,
You're gonna get me upset.
Marty. We had an opportunity to improve the team. All we needed, everybody knew all we needed was a running back, right? Trade deadline comes, we're in talks with Christian McCaffrey, Lincoln, maybe Kareem Hunt. We get a backup running back on a team that stinks. We get a backup running back, and somehow he's supposed to fix. All we need is a wide receiver 2, a running back, some O-line, and some more D-line. And we'll be
It's a
fine.
whole new team,
That's just a whole new
We
team.
do need a little mini rebuild.
bro. You're all right. I could go on for hours, so I'm gonna stop myself.
Honestly,
but
I do think
insane.
we might have to fire Sean McDermott.
You have Josh Allen, and you're complaining. That's like
No. People, all they want to do is blame Josh Allen. Oh, Josh Allen's not that good, Joe Burrows, but Josh Allen has to do everything for the team. Josh Allen has no line, no wide receivers, and no running back. He literally just has to make a play every play. And it's like, yeah, he's really
what
good.
quarterbacks do? They're supposed to make a play.
Bro, this is what I'm gonna leave it at this. Patrick Mahomes has not even a top 5 wide receiving core, and he
Yeah,
makes
best tight
he
end
makes
of all time.
Marquez Van Scantling, whatever his name, a good wide receiver.
Because he
He's
has a
got-
great coach. Sean, like,
Okay, no, you can't say what Patrick Mahomes does in games is because he has a good coach.
look at Daniel Jones. Look how
Have
much
you
he
seen
improved.
the throws he makes? You can't say that was that's coaching.
Okay, Josh Allen can make those throws too.
Then do it.
No, he
I
doesn't.
wish you went as balls deep for me as you go for Josh Allen.
Right.
No. Josh Allen. If I could meet one person, like if
I
I
met
could
him,
get one
great
follow
guy.
back, it would be Josh Allen. Like that's like my crown jewel. Of
I met Josh Allen actually bet on me during my Rough and Rowdy fight. He was at my Rough and Rowdy fight, and he bet me over Sam Darnold. And look who's good win for him.
No, I love Josh Allen. I would like that's like my hero.
Anyway, that was football talk from fucking Hunter wants the Bills to get a whole new team. But anyway,
We do need
He said
Michigan-
mini rebuild, and he wants a whole new offensive.
yeah, and a
we
defensive
need
line.
to surround Josh Allen with some weapons, bro.
Yeah, no, Stephon Diggs, terrible weapon. All right, so
They
you
doubled
have
him, Marty.
they doubled Justin Jefferson. He
You
has
know,
two
Stephon
touchdowns.
Diggs was getting all mad. I'm like, Stephon Diggs, you weren't really that open most of the game, pal. Like, it's not like you were just blatantly open most plays and Josh Allen was missing you. Like, he's gonna look at you. Yeah, and like he's mad that he didn't throw him like some good balls like Josh or Diggs. Do you not realize it's like a freaking blizzard out there? Like, it's not like you're gonna get perfect passes every time, pal.
Joe Burrow made pretty good passes. Purdue.
Got better.
Purdue is Thursday. What do you the tall bastard's playing you? Zach Eady's tall. We know that. You're tall. Are you taller than him?
No. He's like 7'4". I'm like 7'1.5". So he's got me by like 2.5.
7'1.5" sounds kind of pussy to 7'2".
I know. Because
Okay.
I don't want to claim 7'2", but I don't want to claim 7'1" either. So I'm kind of in that.
I have a pet peeve. I hate when you're a tall human being, like over 7 feet tall, and you say, "Oh, I'm 7'2.5". Like that's just so idiotic. In my
Okay, so you want me to round up, Jordan? You want me to round up? Say
You should
something?
definitely
You're
round up.
7 fucking feet tall. Yeah. What the fuck does an extra half inch do?
No, man. I'm telling you, once you're above 7 feet, every inch like just means more.
That's the stupidest thing.
No, I'm telling you, like the difference between 7'3" and 7'2" is just like
How many basketball players in the world are over 7'1"?
Not many, bro.
there's a decent amount.
Can you give me 3?
Me, Zach Eady, and
You're over 7'3"?
I thought you said 7'1". Oh,
No, I don't know what I said.
7'3". The dude from Oral Roberts, Connor Vanover, Zach Eady, and I wouldn't be surprised if Joel Embiid was 7'3". That man is a massive human being.
So what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do about Zach Eady?
Well, obviously, like I'm not scared of Zach Eady.
He did request. Oh, you're not. That's great. Keep going. Sorry to
Like,
interrupt.
I mean, obviously, he is definitely. I mean, he's definitely the front runner right now for Player of the Year. Like, if you're just being honest, like he's on the best team, like the number 1 team in the country, and putting up 21 and 13, I think. But I mean, I'm not too bad either, so I'm not scared of him. Like I said earlier, we did having beat them last year at home when they were 3rd in the country and we were unranked, gives me and I feel like the rest of the team a lot of confidence going into the game. That like we've already seen this scene kind of like, and then we know like if we beat Purdue, this could turn around the season and really jumpstart us because like I said, we are number 2 in the Big Ten. So if we keep winning,
You're in second in the Big Ten.
we're tied for second with Rutgers.
So you're what? What are you gonna do to Zach Eady?
Why'd you word it like that?
Yeah. Like,
What are you gonna do to him?
What are you gonna do to the bastard?
I really don't know how I want to answer this.
Truthfully.
That'd be a good start.
Well, I hope he doesn't break my nose with one of them bows. I would appreciate that, Zach.
Yeah, but that's what he's gonna do to you. What are you gonna do to him?
Oh. Okay. I mean, dang.
The suspense with his
I know.
in
You're
the
killing me.
background.
I wish we could like pause this and then restart. Because I am very much on the spot right now.
Yeah, you are.
I mean, we definitely don't want him.
You want me to ask you more specific questions? You can say yes or no.
We definitely don't want him to beat us. So I think we're going to do whatever we can for him not to beat us.
What are you gonna do to him? That was
Jordan. That was
media. I know. I keep forgetting the question, Marty.
Diversion.
No, you're being smart and trying to think of something that's not going to get clipped. But I think it's fair. I'll answer a little bit for you. I think it's fair you're confident in yourself. I think I could ask you questions.
I gotta wait a minute. I'm gonna go at him just like he's gonna go at me.
Do you think you're gonna dummy him?
See, I want to give the sarcastic answer, but then I don't want to be able to give people a clip to where they can just post it after the game if we lose.
Who gives a fuck? You're not scared of him, right? You're not scared of him. You're not speaking for the team. You're talking about one-on-one. You can control you against Zach Edey. That's a fact, right?
You are right.
That's so you're not talking about the team. If you lose, it's like, listen, I told you what I want to do to Zach Edey. I'm not going to tell you how the game's going to go. I think Purdue's a good team. You're giving them a credit. You've also talked very highly of Zach Edey on this podcast several times. You said he is talented, but you're playing him. This is a big game for your season. Huge game, actually. You win this, your whole season can be turned around. Yeah. You can be in first place in the Big Ten. Do you think you're just going to – this is a big game for you. Every eye is going to be watching this game. Everyone's going to be watching this. 9 o'clock on Thursday. You're going to be highlighted on the ESPN. What are you going to do? I love him so much. I love Hunter so much. He just stares at me after
Marty, I cannot afford to jinx this one.
All right, I'll give my J-Bo 2 cents for how to stop Purdue, because I was high on Purdue, but the more I think about it and the teams I played and the runs they've made in the NCAA tournament and how they've lost, I had a little realization after Champa asked for a Final Four earlier today. All you have to do is pressure the guards and not let them throw the ball inside, because all Purdue has is they run some fucking great offensive sets to get Zach Edey the ball in really great spots that they wanted to and get their shooters open. When you pressure their guards, they can't run anything, and they go more of an offensive flow. And when they play more of an offensive flow, Purdue is not a good basketball team. And why St. Peter's ran them out of the gym last year, because they took them out of what they wanted to do.
Yeah, once you disrupt that, they got no answer. There's no – I feel like teams are getting close, too, because they're number one team in the country. They've only lost to Rutgers. Like, Maryland kind of figured it out a little bit. They just aren't good enough to get there. Like, I also think that you're the only person that can stop him one-on-one, and your guards can actually don't have to worry about double teaming him the entire time like a lot of other teams do.
Yeah, no, I think that is a plus. I think we'll probably end up double teaming him, but we'll see how that goes.
I just think that you know what? Fuck him. I mean, Zach Edey said he said he didn't want to do podcasts. I don't do podcasts. I think he's mad. I think he's mad that I call him, and I think Jordan said he's too tall.
No,
Yeah.
here's the thing, though. We said he is the best player in college basketball, and he's really.
I suspect him of being one of those guys who just reads the clips and not the whole.
He's a headline reader. Ugh, ew.
Yeah, I think he's no better than the rest of them. I will say that, Zach. I will say that, Zach.
I think you have to say something to him during like while you're beating the shit out of him. Just be like, listen, sure he came on the podcast.
I will mention that part to him. I will say, Zach, like, I mean, you could have just came on and just talk some ball with the boys, but
let's face it, he's taller than everybody. That's an advantage, no? When you're playing a guy that's 6'9" and you're
being taller at basketball is an advantage, Marty. You are correct.
That's a fact. So I don't think we're lying.
Fact or fiction, Jordan? Fact or fiction?
Fact.
All right. So Jordan, do you have any last questions about Hunter and Zach Edey?
I'm just concerned with Michigan. This is more of a Michigan thing. I'm just concerned about the program.
Oh.
I'm concerned about your program. What if Fred McCaffrey goes to Notre Dame?
I'm not on the team anymore.
Still your program. Are you not claiming your program anymore?
Am I on the team? No. Was it a part of me? Was I on the program? A part of the program? Yeah.
After I graduate from Michigan, it's still gonna be my program.
Well, like I always will be an Iowa Hawkeye. I'm not saying like basketball. I'm not on the basketball team anymore. So
is that your program though?
It's my team. I wouldn't say it's my program.
What are you concerned about with Michigan?
It's nothing I haven't said before. You guys are literally doing everything I thought would happen. I don't think you guys are a good basketball team. I don't think the right players make the right decision at the right time. I don't think Hunter gets the ball in the greatest positions. I don't think
that I think is fair. I think Hunter, for some reason, is having to work a lot harder for his baskets this year.
I don't think people realize how like
you're doing a lot of the facilitating out there. It's what I'm saying.
You guys are you have too big of a presence down low for you guys not to be an outside or inside out type of team. You guys are heavily dominating on the perimeter. And when you guys are heavily dominating on the perimeter, you guys lose basketball games. When you're a part of the offense every single time down the floor, you guys have a chance to score 80+ a game. But when that's not the case, you guys will struggle immensely. And you know how it is when you don't take good shots on offense, that leads to touchdowns on the other end, turnover to touchdowns. No matter if it's a bad shot to turnover.
Jordan?
What's that?
What do you think about our thump and bump lineup with Big Terrace Reed?
I don't hate it.
Our nickname is Thump and Bump. Somebody gave it to us and it just stuck.
Here's the problem with having two inside presence down low. I think it creates way too much congestion in the paint for you and for your guards to make a play for you and other people on the perimeter. So I've always been I hate when teams do that. They have 2 5-men basically play during the same time, because me being a point guard, I knew that's just more congestion in the paint and less opportunity for me to get the ball to Luka, get the ball to Keegan.
Well, it's not like you're going in the paint either, Jordan.
What do you mean?
You don't go in the paint that much.
You realize I have all-time assist leader at Iowa, right? Like I had to get in the paint to get assists, right?
No, you can throw them little hook passes you guys love doing at Iowa.
Okay. So we're just gonna completely dismantle my records that I have at Iowa.
We're not dismantling your records. You got the assist. I didn't say you didn't get the assist, but you weren't required to go in the paint to get them.
You realize how many times I passed Luka the ball?
Yes. This is what I'm saying, Jordan. You don't have to go into the paint to pass him the ball.
How did this get turned to me? I'm literally like explaining what you guys are doing.
You don't go in the paint that much. That's all I'm saying. Fact or fiction?
It's absurd.
You didn't go in the paint that much.
Okay, I totally disagree.
Do you Honestly, Hunter, don't you think that you should be touching the ball every time down there? No, I'm not saying you have to shoot every time, but like you are a good passer. Why aren't they? Don't you think it should run through you a little bit? Because like J-Bo said, it should definitely go inside out.
I
They
Like
don't.
when Jet's
agree.
hot, I
agree that
understand.
I agree that I do think things run more smoothly when it is ran through me.
And that's not you getting the ball in the post. Like that's you being on the perimeter, doing dribble handoffs, doing
Yeah,
high ball screens, actions.
and for me,
You don't have
just
to
as a
have the
player-
ball to be a part of the offense.
For me,
Yeah.
just as a player, like I do feel more engaged when like I'm touching the ball, even when it's like you said, like a dribble handoff or like I'm like going passing it, send a screen and stuff like that. I do feel more engaged. But I'm like I don't think it's possible to touch the ball every time. Like I think for some of the ways, because we have a talent like Jet Howard, sometimes like it's not necessary for me to touch the ball. Like sometimes it's okay for us to run a play, and it's just for Jet to get it and put him in a spot for him to be able to score.
I still think that we should break whatever the news is about Jet whenever we can. I think it'd be funny if like all these accounts had to credit us.
I will ask Jet.
There's nothing I broke when Io DeSumo was out one time, and this is because a kid DM me and I was like, "Fuck it, breaking news," and he's out, and everyone's like, "You idiot, no chance." And then I was right, and I had like Rothstein have to source Marty Mush to he's out. Like that shit kills. Like Goodman would like be so mad. That rat fuck would be so mad if he credit me for saying that Jet Howard's out or in.
I will ask Jet tomorrow, whenever the status is confirmed, can we break it?
Yeah, I think he'll say yes.
Yeah, I think so too.
I don't think he'll ask Marty.
That's not
Hunter has
even
a lot of homework to do tomorrow.
That's not even a hard ask.
Neither is getting your coach on the pod.
That's coming. That's coming.
Oh,
You're gonna have to stay down over that.
does our audience know the story of what happened?
Oh, what we were on Zoom waiting for him.
Yeah, and then we were in a players and coaches meeting that was supposed to take like 30 minutes, and ended up taking like an hour and 30 minutes. It was we were going over team rules, and like we had an hour until the podcast, and he was like, yeah, this is going to take like 45 minutes at the most, and it took like an hour 30. And yeah,
J-Bo, you need to get a guest, one guest this year.
I got Jay Billis. I got
You
Goodman.
did. That is true. Goodman don't count.
What? What are you? Should I bring up the text receipts? Are you kidding me?
No. I know you got him, but he don't count no more.
Oh yeah, he's not a human being anymore.
Yeah.
I get it. I get what you're saying.
No, you got it. J Bills was a great one.
This is
I
our first
forgot
fucking
about
episode. Like literally.
J Bills was a huge guest, and I loved him. He was amazing.
Yeah, I mean,
We gotta get back on the guest grind.
Okay,
I think
we have the grind, but
I think I got Jamie Dickinson.
great. Here's the thing: Hunter hasn't been so good either, so I don't know.
No, he hasn't. He's slowed down.
I'll give you that.
Please, can we get a fucking official, please?
Oh, I gotta text that dude again.
That's the thing. He forgets a lot.
No, because I text him. No, he didn't text me back. Actually,
Don't say the name. Are you gonna text the person tomorrow?
Yeah, I'll text him tomorrow.
Please, dude. I will. My life will literally be made. I'll be very respectful, but I'll be very argumentative.
I think that'll be a funny episode. Like telling the person going in, like, listen, I'm gonna bring up some points. I'm gonna be respectful, but
I'm gonna ask him for Friday.
Speaking of, I actually have a legitimate question, because we gotta get into some games and we won't go into too much. The Duke game, right? Duke, Virginia Tech. Please tell me I'm not crazy. Okay, Hunter, when you get the ball in the post, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you go like this, and the guy's behind you, and you hit him in the head on accident. You completely did not mean for that to happen, correct?
Yep.
And they call a foul. Sometimes they call a flagrant foul because you hit him above the shoulders.
Yep.
But you didn't do it on purpose. You just didn't know his head was there. You didn't know you're going to hurt him. That's accidental.
Yeah.
Okay. So this guy hits a 2-pointer to go up 2 points with 10 seconds left and turns around and does a fist pump straight into Filipowski's throat, and he starts throwing up. He's throwing up. He threw up in the fucking huddle. So no matter what, you need to know your surroundings. If you punch someone on accident, okay, Alec Baldwin. You guys know Alec Baldwin?
Oh.
You guys know Alec Baldwin? You guys know Alec Baldwin?
Man.
He accidentally killed a person. You know what happened? He got charged with manslaughter.
Oh my
God. Oh my gosh.
What?
Like, why would you? So
Alec Baldwin.
Wait, the Alec Baldwin thing. He got killed. Like, he killed somebody with a blank, right?
He accidentally on set shot someone, and
I don't think that was Alec
I'm
Baldwin's
sorry.
fault.
I hope the family. I pray for the family, but he accidentally killed someone, and he is getting charged with manslaughter. So if the guy accidentally punches a Duke player, that's a fucking foul.
Yeah, like nobody, like it's like a 90% of the fouls.
Jordan, I really got you with that one.
I'm really crying.
I do agree what you're saying, Marty, because it's like 95% of fouls, you don't mean to foul the person. They're actually like you're not trying to foul them; they just happen. So in that sense, that should have been a flagrant. I feel like
You need to know your surroundings.
Okay, if you want to make that argument, like Kofi Coburn literally punched a ref 2 years ago.
Really?
For assault.
Really?
He
Yeah,
did.
you don't remember that?
I remember that.
He got an and one and turned around and literally imagine getting punched by Kofi Coburn.
That would be an adventure for sure.
Like, obviously, I'm a Duke fan, but don't you think, like, when they say that shit, like, no matter what happens if you know a guy is behind you and you just you can fake doing a fist pump and punch a guy in the face easily.
Well, I mean, they kicked Leaky Black out for the foul that on the NC State kid that resulted in him having to get like carted off. They gave him a flagrant 2. I'm like, he just missed the ball and hit his head, I feel like. And they gave him a flagrant 2 for that.
Did you see that people were saying that Baycott was like, he was like mimicking the guy who got hurt or something? I don't even know the story, so I don't want to go into it because I have no facts. But I saw one TikTok and was like, yep. But I don't think I'm wrong. I think that if you actually, he didn't mean to do it. Well, I didn't mean to. Alec Baldwin didn't mean to kill that person. It's the same thing.
Okay, Marty, I don't think you have to go as drastic as that. I feel like you can just say, yeah, like I didn't mean to like hit the dude on the way up, but I fouled him. Like I fouled him.
I just think that should be if not a flagrant, it's just a foul.
Can we watch the Kofi Coburn?
Do you know how to do it?
Yeah. This shit was crazy. Hunter, I don't know how you didn't watch this.
I vaguely remember it. And once I see the video, I will.
This is honestly probably the craziest shit I've ever seen in my life.
Now I definitely want to see it. Yeah, I definitely want to see it now.
I'm on Facebook right now.
This is what are you doing?
This is the same ref that 2 weeks later or 2 weeks before he got absolutely mauled by Ryan Kriener. Like he got a concussion from my teammate from running into him. So he had a bad 2 weeks.
Damn. In 2 weeks span?
Yeah. Shit's crazy. So should that have been a technical?
Yeah. I think you need to know where you are on the court. That's a real thing. What if you just start doing a leg sweeping celebration after every time you score? It's accidental. You don't know who's behind you. It's their fault. They also looked at it too. Like they reviewed it and they were like, no foul.
I think it's like the U.S. Constitution, right? Like it's up to interpretation.
Okay.
I feel like the refs in that scenario are like, I feel like they're so scared they can't call.
I think because it was also it was like there was 10 seconds left and Duke was down 2. I
Right.
think that they didn't want it to make it be the outcome of the game, but that's just that sports aren't fair. That's happened sometimes.
I don't think it was a foul. I think you're a little biased.
I tried. I really was thinking about it. I was like,
Did
I
you though?
think
Did you try?
yeah. Imagine Duke did that. Oh my God, the internet would be on fire.
Oh, imagine if I did that.
If you did that, Jesus Christ. I don't know. Well, Duke lost. Duke has 3 quad 1 wins. They're struggling, and Dariq Whitehead left the game, and I haven't heard anything about it yet. They're in trouble.
Another
Marty, if I
team
would have done that, I would have been trending on Twitter.
Yeah, you would have. A team we need to talk about is TCU. TCU, I love them. So, the beginning of the season, they were all hyped up. Everyone was talking about them. I think they were also injured as well, and that's why they kind of struggled early. And now they've gotten their groove. I'm pretty sure one of their players is even playing right now. I forget his name. But they just what?
Just this podcast, we just fucking talk.
I know, and I love it. I don't give a fuck. I just watch with my eyes, and I forget who was his name wasn't playing, but they're fucking really good because I bet Oklahoma money line tonight, and they got blown the fuck out.
Well, they just beat Kansas by 20 plus. They just beat Oklahoma.
In Fog Allen, which is wild.
Yeah, Oklahoma's not very good.
The fact and yeah, so I think TCU is a legit Final Four team. I really do. Also,
I have a trouble with them because they're in the Big 12. They're gonna go on a run where they're gonna lose 3 or 4 straight.
the Big 12 is legit. Like
I know, but that's what I'm saying. People say this about the Big 10. It's gonna be one of those years where the Big 12 and Big 10 don't make deep runs in the tournament again.
But Big 12 does make deep runs. The Big 10 never does.
I'm saying because they're so stacked this year, they're just gonna beat the living shit out of each other in tournament time.
No, I could see that. Maybe do you think that's like why the ACC last year had like 4 teams go to like the Elite 8?
Yeah, same thing with Pac-12. UCLA made a run. I feel like Pac-12 always makes a run.
They do. The ACC had obviously 2 teams in the Final Four. Miami was in the Elite 8, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. The Elite 8 was a wild mix of teams. Like it was like you had Miami and Iowa State, where it was just like it was pretty random that like it just felt like there was a random mix of teams in there.
Yeah, like St. Peter's was in the Elite 8.
I think it's time we talk about Charleston.
Yeah, there's 2 teams I wanted to talk about that we don't talk about. Charleston is becoming like a story that we like. I always just think, it's whatever. It's a whatever team, but they really just keep fucking winning. Them and FAU.
But like again, like I don't want I definitely do not want to seem like a hater. I do not want to seem like a hater at all. I do not know anybody on Charleston, so like I can't be a hater because I don't know anybody to hate. But like if you put them in a high major conference, like I feel like they would have had a couple L's by now.
They beat Virginia Tech earlier in the year. They killed Davidson. They beat Richmond's a good team.
Another mid-major team.
Who?
Davidson was another mid-major
Davidson's
team.
a good team. They won by 23. They beat Richmond. Richmond's a really solid team. Chattanooga's a good team.
Beat mid-majors. I'm saying like if the Big Ten's not even, according to Twitter and the media, Big Ten's not even that good this year. How many losses do they have in the Big Ten?
Honestly, I don't think the Big Ten is not as good as they're good. They're a bunch of good teams. It's like the Big 12. I think is like every team is like holy shit to 1 to 10. You don't get any breaks in the Big 10, Big 12.
But I'm saying like Marty, like Charleston goes into Michigan State.
I agree with you, honestly. I do.
Charleston's 20-1. Like you got to give them some credit, Hunter.
Like 21-1.
Yes, 21. They should not apologize for being 21. You should not apologize for being 21-0 or
Who wants them to
21-1.
Who wants them to apologize?
I'm saying you shouldn't. If somebody's asking, like you,
Who's asking?
it's a saying, Jordan. I got it from take. I'm not going to apologize for being 20-1. You can only play who's on your schedule. I get that, but like,
No,
are
I
they
think
the
Hunter
best
brings up a
team?
good. I think you bring up a good point where it's like I understand. You have to give him credit. I think Jordan. I think you're both right. I think you have to give him credit.
Pick a
21.
side, Marty. No, don't.
No. I'm
No,
going to say
I agree. I agree as well. I'm not.
you have to give them 21-1, but so their one loss is to UNC, and then their best wins, like you said, was Virginia Tech and Richmond.
I mean, Kent State's a good team too. Old Dominion's a great program.
I already know people are going to say, "Oh, Hunter, well, you guys can barely beat mid majors too." I know. I'm aware.
But yeah, I mean, but at what point do you actually think Charleston's a good team? Do you think like are you confident in them to get to the Sweet 16 like that? I just don't know because
I think
Are they
here's
the
a hard thing
20th
with
best team in the country, Jordan? Are they the 20th best team in the country?
they're 18 now. I think
I'm saying like, are they the 20th best team in the country? I feel like I can name 20 teams better than them.
I don't think you can.
I think I can.
You can name 17 better teams for sure.
No, I think that you can definitely. There's definitely some unranked teams that are better than
Is
Charleston.
Michigan State ranked?
Here's the thing: these mid-major.
I'm sorry, but I think Michigan State is a better team than them.
These
And, like,
mid-major.
shout out Michigan State. This is your boom.
Let me know when I
Michigan
get
State
on.
fans. I know there's no Michigan State fans actually watching the whole episode, but if there somehow gets sent to them, you guys, I believe you guys are better than Charleston. And I don't want this to seem like I'm hating on Charleston though, because I respect 21-1.
Oh, you are. It's okay.
I'm not hating on them.
I'm just saying
I'm
they're
not hating on them. It's a more of just like, I've said the same thing about Gonzaga.
Gonzaga's a totally different. That's not even comparable. It's not even on the same
Schools that
spectrum.
play mid-major schedules, Jordan.
Gonzaga is a blue blood that plays in a totally wrong conference than they should. Charleston is a team that just came out of nowhere and they're 21-1. This is it's not even comparable.
I think that's good for basketball, where it's like Charleston and FAU are
Great basketball. When I see Charleston in the top 20, I feel like I'm playing NCAA basketball 14, where I'm creating my own dynasty right now. Like,
Yeah.
I will add this in there. I am happy that they are 18th. They're 18, right? I'm happy that they're 18 because it does show that in college basketball we do respect. If a team is 21-1, they're going to be in the top 25.
I think they're going to be a dangerous team. What I was going to say before Hunter interrupted me 17 times, I think
I'm going to interrupt you one more time, Jordan. They'll probably be a dangerous team to like a team that loses to mid-majors in the tournament, like Iowa.
It's crazy because like
hopefully you don't get matched up with Charleston.
It's funny because like I almost like hope you guys fucking continue to suck as a team.
Hey man, we're either gonna win on Thursday or we're gonna lose. So
that's a good point. You're either gonna win or lose, but the odds are very heavily stacked against you tomorrow night. It's actually almost embarrassing what Zach Edey is gonna do to you. He's gonna drag your nuts.
I love it.
He's gonna take your nuts with his big ass paws that he has. He's gonna take his other one and grab both of them and rip them apart, and then he's gonna dunk both of them in the basket. And you can't do anything about it because he's 7'7". He's gonna have 35 and 20 on you.
So, do you think that's gonna happen, Hunter?
I mean, could happen. Very well could happen, Jordan. You might be right.
Putting the farm on Purdue.
I can't wait till you get a little confidence back and you just like you remember the confidence, Jordan, like before like the season started, Arizona State, where he can just like
undefeated,
when he could just fucking sling it, and now he just like said maybe maybe Zachy will dunk both my balls in the basket.
He can't
Like
back.
he said that might happen, Jordan. Imagine.
All I said was I hope that Iowa doesn't. All I said was that I hope that Iowa doesn't draw Charleston in the first round.
I wish Jordan was still in college right now because you would just say outrageous shit. I feel like.
If we decided to do the podcast a year earlier, I would have been. But the thing is, I would have never, ever, in the history of ever, said I was going to beat a team by 20 points and lose by 30.
Yeah,
Never in my
life. On the other side of the
never in my fucking lifetime would I ever say that shit.
It's easy to say it when you're on the other side of the coin, Jordan.
No, I've been on that side of the coin. I've said a lot of fucking shit. I left my shoes on opposing arena's floor and I went back the next year when I didn't expect to. I didn't say we're going to beat them by 20 after I did that.
Wait, you left your shoes on whose floor?
Iowa State.
That's a power.
What?
Move.
And you didn't think you were going to go back and play there?
That's because it was right before I was going through hip issues and I thought it was going to be my last time I was going to play Iowa State. And I ended up redshirting that year because I had hip surgery. And then I left my
power move, Jordan. I
think that's pretty sick.
But wait,
and I wrote thanks for the signed my name, put them on the floor, and then Iowa State tweeted back after we lost them at their place, and they said thanks for the memes.
But you know what? That's what makes college basketball fantastic.
Oh, Jordan,
you did something where it was like you won, you said thanks for the memes, and then they did it back, and you can't do anything about it, but you still got them that first time.
Yep, and I raised $26,000 for the University of Iowa Children's Hospital. Shout out to the Children's Hospital. Changed my life, changed a lot of people's lives.
Shout out. We're not bad people after all, Jordan.
With those shoes. That wasn't just a random. With those shoes, that happened.
Wait, so so after the game, you went to the locker room, you signed them, and then you left them when you guys were leaving?
No. After we shook hands with their players, I looked them in the face, shook their hands. As we're all walking off the floor, I stopped at the 3-point line and took my shoes off and signed them and set them on the 3-point half court line, and I walked out.
You had a Sharpie with you?
Oh yeah, I had it all planned out. That's the shit I was on. So if you ever want to
do you think Hunter now is just like he's just letting Zach Edey say anything, and you're leaving your shoes out there?
I did. You don't say I didn't do shit. I was on the side. I was on that side.
I've said my fair share now too. Now,
but you came at me, so I'm coming at you for what you said. I'm saying I've been on that side. I never would ever say we're going to be a team by 20 and lose.
That's a G move. I don't care, Jordan. That's a G move to do. Even though, and it's funny. It's even funnier. You had to go back and you lost, right?
Yeah, and I was fuck you, Bohannon, every single time I touched the ball.
That's awesome. But that also is so. That's why I was telling Hunter you are good enough to do whatever you want. You're gonna get your points always. You do. You're averaging what, 19 points right now?
I'm not sure. I haven't checked it lately.
It's like 18.
He knows.
It's between 17 and 19.
You know what it is.
It's between 17 and 19, bro.
You know what it is. You've looked.
I haven't looked at
18.1.
18.1.
You're averaging your field goal percentage 57%. You're gonna be fine. You're always.
57. Well, I mean, to some people, I'm overrated somehow.
Exactly. But that's just what happens when you're good. It's just that's a good thing. So let me tell you something. If I was good at a sport, I'd fucking just talk so much shit. I really.
What do you mean? If you batted 330?
Yeah, but no one was looking at me. I had no media to tell. I was drunk half the time playing. My coach literally told me to stop drinking. I went 0 for 8, and he said, "Please keep drinking for the games."
That's a smart coach.
It was. He was like, "You smell like alcohol." I said, I like to focus with drinking because when you're hungover, if you focus on something else, you play better. I saw the seams of the ball. But
imagine High Noon was a thing back then when
oh my god, I'd be in the league.
You'd be a Hall of Famer by now.
Yeah. So Hunter, any last thing? We're gonna end the podcast with me. Any last things you want to say?
Get the
Please
fuck
watch
out
the
of here.
Please watch the YouTube because like he just wants to say shit so bad. He wants to look when he starts rubbing his head. He wants to so bad, Jordan. And I understand you're in a tough place because it's not you guys aren't winning, but it's like
They aren't.
it doesn't
Winning.
matter at that point. You know, you're in second in the Big Ten right now.
And when you're the underdog, it does make it harder because then it's like
I think the underdog. It's like you don't have much to lose at that point. It's like I
that
was
is
already
true,
the
'cause
underdog.
if we lose, then everybody's like, well, you're gonna like.
You're
I don't
supposed to
know.
lose
People
anyway.
find a way. People love when Michigan loses, so we'll find a way. That is true. People do hate on Michigan way more than any other school, I feel like.
No, that's
Absolutely not.
not even close.
As
Kentucky and
a
Duke.
whole athletic program
This
institution.
is what I have a
Duke might have
problem with
basketball.
Michigan athletes.
Duke might have basketball, but overall we haven't.
Football, yeah.
That's what I'm saying. The addition of football, basketball.
I don't even think about football. No.
What do you mean, Jordan? Are you serious?
You think no. No.
Who did you either you
This is what I have a problem with Michigan. I think Michigan athletes are they have a little they have high egos, like big egos, and it bugs me.
I mean, rightfully so. We are Michigan men and women.
It bugs you.
It bugs me.
Yeah, like people are like, oh my gosh, like he's so entitled, he's spoiled. I went to this university for a reason. There's a prestige that goes along with going to the University of Michigan. Like,
oh, fuck, that shit is
apologize.
so
I'm not gonna
cringe,
apologize
bro.
for
That
it.
is so fucking cringe.
There's a prestige that goes. It is what it is.
Hunter, again, I love you.
It is what it is, Jordan. I'm sorry. Like, there's a prestige that goes along. Marty,
What's the prestige?
I thought about this in my head actually to ask Marty this question, but I don't want. I'm not going to have Iowa catch strays. I want to maintain my relationship with Iowa fans. So I'm going to go back to my original question, Marty. Marty, if you could get into Michigan, if you got into both schools, Michigan and Michigan State, which one would you choose? You got into both schools.
Well, it's different for me because I probably would be Michigan, but I'm too it would be too hard for me. So I'd probably go to Michigan State because
you have to assume that you're an academic weapon.
I go to Michigan.
Okay.
Thank you.
Why?
Why?
You didn't go to Michigan for academics. Don't pull the academic card.
No. I mean, like, I'm not gonna fool anybody and be like, yeah, like the main reason why I went here was academics.
So what's the prestige?
No, but the prestige definitely had something to it. I'm not gonna. The school that I was, one of my top schools that I was considering, I'm not gonna have them catch strays either because I love the coaching staff there, so they're not gonna catch any strays either. But like Michigan's prestige of like graduating from Michigan with a degree and being a Michigan alumni, that prestige definitely held weight in my decision to commit to the University of Michigan over other schools.
Let's end the podcast. I don't think Kansas has any problems. They lost 3 in a row. I think they'll be completely fine.
Yeah, no, the Big 12, like you said, Big 12 is just insane. So it's like
I think
they're
Kansas
losing to really good teams.
Yeah, I think
Probably
Kansas.
they're losing like Central Michigan.
Attaboy. See, you make fun of yourself so they can't do it.
Exactly.
That's what you got to do.
That is something that I've learned from you, Mark.
Mine's marriage or bust. All right, I'm gonna
I've
marry.
learned that from you, and part of my take. They just make fun of themselves, so then other people can't. Like Big Cat, like you can't make fun of Big Cat because it's like, okay, he's just gonna like he knows that he's fat, and like he knows he's fat, so you can't use it against him. His name is Big Cat.
Is the best. He always does say it's like, if you just make fun of yourself, say like delete this picture when you're obviously kidding is just funny and no one can say anything.
That's why like even though they weren't athletes and stuff, like PFT and Big Cat have it the best because
PFT was an athlete. He was a rugby player at James Madison.
You can't make fun. You can't make fun of them because then there's like, we know what we are. Like
It's the kind of the same thing with like when people get mad at me about like you don't know ball. It's like I know. Bro, I know. I played JV and I just like Duke. All right. That's a show. That was a wild show. I don't even know what we talked about for an hour.
I couldn't even tell you. Good luck putting the points there, Champa.
All right, that's a show. We'll see you guys. If Hunter wins, we're gonna do a 10-minute episode.
They're not winning.
But
can we do one when they lose?
Actually, we should do one no matter what. Hunter.
Yes.
Yeah, we're doing one no matter what. If you can do it when you win, you can do it when you lose. You'll have more time.
All right, that's fine. Yeah, because
be a good sport.
Yeah, I mean, I do media after losses, so it's fine. We can do one after that. We can do one after. Are we going to do it on Instagram Live, or are we going to do it on?
Oh, we're doing it everywhere.
Everywhere.
All right.
All right. We'll see you guys Thursday. We'll see you guys Thursday night as well. All right. See ya.